in the NFC East last season, and odds makers think the same thing will happen this season. But ESPN's Bill Barnwell put the Cowboys and Giants on his list of teams most likely to decline this season. He says the Giants' defense could take a step back, and the Cowboys are likely to turn the ball over more than last year. Skip, do you agree?
Here's my takeaway from two very deep, very thorough analyses of the Giants and Cowboys' potential demises. I felt like this analysis was more positive about the Cowboy negatives than it was positive about the Giants' negatives. Hence, the Giants are ranked fourth in the five who most likely to decline, and the Cowboys are one notch down. And I would agree with that ranking. You can argue that neither will be quite as good as they were last year, but let's start quickly with the Giants. Your Giants, you've now picked them to win the East, and my Cowboys to miss the playoffs.
Yep.
So the Giants, they did. Point number one last year, they stayed remarkably healthy. And I don't know how to predict that or not predict. I can't, I won't, because I don't want to wish evil upon anyone, but the odds are they will be more hurt this year than they were last year. Is that fair to say? It's just because they were really very healthy. And now let's look at the Giants' offense. That was on defense. They were really healthy last year. It's very interesting to me that this analysis says that Brandon Marshall might very well be done after declining dramatically in his age 32 season. I'm going to disagree with that. I think he still has plenty left and enough to be Eli's new sort of quasi type, like a Shannon Sharp. Like he'll play that role. Just the big, physical, underneath sort of receiver. The first down catcher, you know, the 3rd and 5 catcher that Eli would look to at this stage of his career as he's 36 going on 37. The other point is, I love Evan Ingram. I told you, I thought that was a great pick by the Giants. Yep. This says that only one tight end in the last 25 years has made a Pro Bowl. Jeremy Shockey. Wow. In 2002. So is Evan Ingram going to be a Pro Bowl impact receiver? History screams no, but I still love him. I don't love the Giants' offensive line. I think it's still a mess, and it went unaddressed. I don't love their running back by committee. You know, Paul Perkins is pretty good, and Shane Vereen can do a little. Huh?
Patriots have a running back by committee.
Yeah, but they got the greatest quarterback ever.
Okay.
I mean, but thank you for bringing up Eli Manning. So he's led the NFL in interceptions 3 times, and last year he tied for 4th with Blake Bortles and Brock Osweiler in interceptions. What are the odds as he gets older that he's going to get cleaner with his throwing? I don't think so. I think it's going to go the other way. So I think he's got new toys. He'll try new things, and he'll have even more interceptions than he had a year ago. And then the final point negatively against the Giants, and this analysis discounts this, but they face 4 teams coming off extra rest coming up in this season. And 3 of those will be coming off their bye week, including Andy Reid's team, which is traditionally unbeatable coming out of a bye. So those are all point against your prediction that the Giants are going to win the NFC East.
Well, I agree on one of these. I'll let you guess which one I agree on. But why am I not surprised that you would find the positive in the Cowboys and all the negatives? Well, you know, I mean, because, you know, the Giants are 4th and the Cowboys are 1 spot down.
Did you read the bottom line to the Cowboys? Yeah. The Cowboys could regress, yet still be favored to come away with a playoff spot, if not win the NFC East. They'll still be a good team in 2017. He's going off the fact they went 4-12 2 years ago, and then went all the way to 3-13. So will they regress to what they call the mean, to the middle? Could they go 11-5? Sure, they could go 11-5, and that will win the NFC East.
They're not going 11-5. I've made that abundantly clear to you. I don't need to reiterate it, but I will after I finish my point. Skip, the Cowboys' defense, they've gotten younger. They haven't gotten better. Because guess what? Their best pass rusher, first 4 games, where is he going to be, Skip?
He's going to be playing. His name's Taco Charlton.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't
Seriously.
Do that. David Irving will be serving a PED suspension. Randy Gregory.
Okay, well, why do we even bring him up? He's history. He's out. He's gone forever.
Y'all was counting him.
No, we weren't.
DeMarcus Lawrence, one of y'all other good pass rushers. You've gotten younger. you hadn't necessarily gotten better. Now, I will give you this. Sean Lee did stay healthy for the first time in his career, so he can play some football. He's not Luke Kuechly, but that's neither here nor there. Skip. Zeke. You know, Zeke has a lot of vacation days saved up, and he's going to be required to take a few of those at the beginning
You better
of the season.
hope so.
No, I ain't hoping
You better
I
hope
don't
for
hope
like
that.
4 to 6.
I'm just saying, because his vacation days don't carry over to 2018, he must take them in 2017.
Yeah.
I believe he's going to take them early in the season. Probably go in 2 weeks, probably go to Cabo or Cebo.
You better hope so.
Like that.
You better hope they go 0-2 in those 2 weeks.
I heard Turks and Caicos is really nice early September.
Yeah, I heard Darren McFadden can really go.
The guy that dropped his phone and cracked his elbow?
That guy who had 1,200 yards 2 years ago.
Skip, 2 years ago.
He's just fine.
2 years ago, I was 47.
Fine. Alfred Morris was really good early last year, and he's still there by committee.
Alfred the Butler, I know Morris the Cat, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
I expect the Giants' defense to be even better than they were last year. And that's saying something, because you know that guy, ooh.
He's good.
Throw him the X. I can't. I said, Dan, throw him the X. He said, I can't. I said, why not? He said, Jackrabbit got me handcuffed, my hands behind my back.
How's he going to cover 2 Cole Beasleys with Ryan Switzer joining them?
And then they got Crow on the other side. You know, Crow still can do his thing. They got
good.
Landon Collins, who's a top 3 safety in all of football. So I believe they'll be better.
They upset the Cowboys by 1 point.
There wasn't no upset.
It was an upset in the opener by 1 point, and then with the ball slippery wet, unthrowably wet, Eli made 1 throw, and they won by 3 points.
Well, then why didn't Dak
One
make
throw.
Why couldn't Dak make that?
He did, and my guy dropped it. 88.
He didn't throw him no eggs. He had his hand behind his back like this here.
He did.
Jackrabbit. Now, Skip, I will concede this. The offensive line is a little shaky, but the left, especially the left side. So I'm going to slide the protection that way to make sure Eli's protected a little bit. And I might have to run a lot of my running back release plays, have him come out the backside on the left so he can get a little chip on. But considering they're playing the Cowboys, they don't have anybody that can rush the quarterback anyway. So I'm not really overly concerned about that. Now, did he mention your left tackle? He's missed the last 3 or 4 days of practice because of a bad back. Now, you know his back, Skip. It comes and it goes. You know how backs are.
But when it's time to play, he always has played.
But he has missed games because of that back, Skip.
Just to rest it. Games that we didn't really need him.
I need all of them. I need all of them.
Well,
you're going to need all of them because you're going to be 97.
This goes so far as to say the vaunted Cowboys offensive line is rebuilding because clearly Ron Leary is now with your Denver Broncos.
They want to go to a team that's going to be in the playoffs this year.
And Doug Free allegedly has retired. And every time Doug Free was at right tackle, I'm closing my eyes because the turnstile was turning over there. So, you know what? If you bring Lyle Collins in and make him the right tackle and Chaz Green, who's a pretty high draft pick, you bring him in, I don't think we're rebuilding in the offensive line.
And Brandon Marshall took a step back because that Ryan Fitzpatrick did what he always does. He will tease you, give you one great season, and when you give him a little bit of money or you have expectations for him or the team that he's quarterbacking, what does he do? He turns into a carriage. It's not Cinderella. It's midnight. It's strike. That's why Brandon was beat up. But I like him because he's going to get some single coverage now. Because guess why, Skip? They got that Odell. Hit that thrill of them one hands on him. Now you got Odell on one side. You can move Odell around a lot more than you could.
Wait, is he going to play this year?
Yeah, he's going to play.
No, he's going to tour with Drake.
No, that's in the off season.
Oh, but if it's in season, he's probably going to miss, what, 4 or 5 games?
Skip, I don't need Evan Ingram to go to the Pro Bowl. I just need him to be better than any tight end they've had since Martellus Bennett. That's all I need out of him. And Sterling Shepard, woo.
Okay, I got one last name to throw at you. I got one pass rusher. I'm going to say his name, and you're going to remember it when the games start. Charles Tapper out of the University of Oklahoma. Monster at OU. Couldn't play last year with a back problem. This is effectively his rookie year. Watch him rush the passer from one side and Taco from the other side.
What's his name?
Just watch. Charles Tapper.
Check him out. Jake?
Nope. Just watch.
Well, we'll see the 2 of them, the Cowboys and Giants, on September 10th. The season opens. Ray Lewis gave some advice to Colin Kaepernick yesterday. Ray is here, and we'll discuss that with him next.
I'm going to give you some bites.